Good morning, everybody. Cliff London here. Happy New Year. I don't know if I told you that last video or not, but just in case I haven't, Happy New Year and welcome to 2020. Uh, Weed is legal here in Chicago, and yeah, it's like the Twilight Zone basically. But what I want to talk about today is a subject that after all this time, with all the evolution and biology and science and social and all this constant yearning for a new world and Trump's America, blah, 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 celebrate diversity, blah, blah, blah. You hear all this shit, and yet you still have people that preach all that shit and still have a problem with people dating outside their race. Though it has been proven biologically that the melanin in someone's skin accounts for about a 4% difference, which basically means our division and people's division is a social construct. It's by choice. Now, how can you be that way about it and be honest with yourself? And what I mean by being honest with yourself is that what you're actually doing is limiting yourself. You're letting the world and its issues potentially keep you from meeting someone who may or may not be your soulmate. But the cliches are true. Finding true love and stuff like that's a gamble. I don't believe that there's somebody for everybody. You meet someone and there is chemistry there and it takes a lot of hard work, but if that person that you meet just happens to be out of your race, then why would you limit yourself? I mean, if you're making a conscious effort to keep yourself from being with that person, you're cheating yourself. Because if you are attracted to them, your soul has already betrayed you in that fact. So you obviously have things that you need to work out if indeed you care about that much. Because me, myself, I've dated a lot of different type of races, and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about that, but I have, and I would tell you something. A lot of these stereotypes that people have, they just aren't true. I can only speak from my own meandering experience, but for example, no, I'm not. You know what? I don't want to get vulgar, but I'm not. They'll say that something like, "Oh well, black women do this, white women do this, Hispanic women do this," and it's all bullshit. It is complete bullshit. Either it always comes down with a woman do something financial, if you're going to provide, but really, you see it more and more. Love does conquer all. I mean, if you're a real free thinker, um, I remember a little quick story here. I was at a party maybe like 6 months ago, and there was this interracial couple there. And I always hate saying interracial couple as if it's something that, I don't think it's special or anything. It's just two people together. I don't know. We're supposed to be at that point, by the way, instead of on TV all the time when you're hearing all this bullshit about diversity and it's just buzzwords. That's why I can't stand crazy leftists. They have all these stupid fucking buzzwords that they don't really believe in. They'll be the first one to try to control what someone thinks or shun you because you disagree with them. But anyway, back to my original point is that anyway, I was at this party and it was just these, great looking couple. Great looking couple. This dude was a tall fucking, looking like a fucking NBA player, and she looked like a fucking supermodel. They were really nice, just down to earth, cool people, had their shit together, and I'm kind of scanning the room and everything because I was talking to the guy about anime or something like that. Um, it was Basilisk actually, and I look in the corner and I spot these black women, and they are just woo. I mean, just, they can't stand it. I mean, they're probably about you know 10 yards away, not 10, maybe 5 yards away, and I'm just kind of like watching this unfold, and they just can't stand it. Now I'm thinking to myself like, if you took the race equation out, whether hey, black, white, whatever, hot is hot. And this white chick had these women beat. I'm sorry, though. She was about 5'9", looked like she played volleyball or some shit. Shit was together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she was hot and you had the shirt on that said Bay, and you was not in shape and you just had got done talking about how you hate going to the gym earlier. Yes, I was listening to this shit. I couldn't help myself. Um, and I thought to myself, it was a pretty diverse mix. Okay. And there was plenty of, black men around, Hispanic men, white men, and everything like that. And I noticed that they only, they was having their fun talking and socializing and getting their little compliments and stuff. But the moment that like this dude came in, then they had a problem because I think what it really was is that they just was jealous. But they got all quote unquote woke and all fight the power when this dude walked in. The reality of the situation is the dude was way out of their league. This is just the reality of it. But what's really depressing about all of this is that you would think that after everything that's happened in this country, um, as far as race relations go, that you wouldn't have to hear dumb stuff like we must have these conversations and this is important and understanding who we are, because we should already be there after all this time. It's depressing to think that humanity should have come further than this, that we have come so far, but yet, we keep sliding backwards. Now we're getting to the point to where, I watched that documentary about Rachel Dolezal a couple months ago. I didn't even know she had one out, and I thought to myself, okay, so she's somewhere with her weird ass name that she changed herself to. I mean, if I'm her right now, I'm pissed because, I remember in that documentary thing that got me most is what it said about society. To me, it was a statement about society because the white people were really offended that she wanted to be black or considered herself trans black, and the blacks were really upset that she was white and doing it. And so much so that in the black community they treated her children like pariahs. And from looking at them, you couldn't tell that they were mixed children. They just looked maybe like they were light skinned. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be offensive by using the term mixed. I'm sure there's some bullshit term that I'm supposed to use, but I don't mean anything offensive by using the term mixed. Okay, I just said it. But there was a scene where they were trying to go to the barbershop, and this man came out and yelling at her, "Could you please not park in front of my shop?" Treating those boys' mom like that in front of them. Now, any other time you hear some stuff about, have positive black role models and how to treat a woman. But it was okay to treat her like that. So what does that say about us? Number one, the world just ain't black and white. There's all kind of other people in it too. But I mean, what does that say? Why was she considered a pariah, especially when we live in this? And I'm just posing a question here, especially when we live in this society where, they're trying to tell you that there's 80 different genders, and you can just wake up one day and be a NFL, looking like an NFL athlete, but decide inside that you are a woman, and people have to respect that, and you got grown men changing themselves, talking about I'm a woman, joining up with MMA and beating up on girls, and people talking about they're courageous for it. Give me a fucking break. Beating up on women. And where are these feminists and all this? Where are you guys? This is, It's fucking with women's sports. You know, you're not saying anything. Way to go. Yay. But you will put that shit inside Star Wars and ruin it, but that's a different video. Anyway, back to my shit. So after all this time, the world is still messed up. And that documentary is, you know, it shows that actually. It really shows that this woman had to go into hiding, okay? For something that's scientifically sort of plausible with it being only a 4% difference. But even if it's not plausible, even if you don't believe in that, why can't she be what the fuck she wanted to be? You're telling everybody else they could be what they wanted to be. You got like one trick pony, Billy Porter's old weak self, wearing a dress. That's okay, but this woman couldn't do that. It was crazy to me. Anyway, back to interracial dating. What it ultimately boils down to is I believe that you should love who you want to love because you only get one shot at this life. And I can't think of anything more sad and shit than laying down in bed waiting on the final curtain to fall down, and as your life flashes before your eyes, realizing, damn, that was the one. And I refused myself because I cared what other people would think. I refused myself because humans are so stupid that we can't get past a 4% difference in biology. You're limiting yourself, and you shouldn't limit yourself. You know, I learned that a long time ago, and I think the more experiences you have in life as well, even if you don't, you know, like I said, love who you love. It don't, if the chips don't fall, whatever, if you're just having a good time, whatever, hey, you never know. But these are the chances you take in life when trying to meet your soulmate or partner. I hate saying partner because that's what homosexuals call it, but you know, I mean literal partner in life, not partner. You know, I'm not playing that. So I'll say, you know, wife. I guess that's that person might just be. They may come in a different color. They may be from a different part of the world. You know, it might be from Asia. They might be from Yugoslavia. I mean, I think it validates it more if, you know, the more distance there is, and if you find a common ground where you say, I really dig you, let's go for this. I think that's the most beautiful thing in the world. Okay, everybody, I think that is all I have for today. If you like what you heard, please, please, please rate, comment, share. Please subscribe. Thank you for listening today. My name is Cliff London, and remember, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. Good morning. Enjoy your day.